And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to December 9th edition of Morning Mindset. Whoa! December 9th already. Ooh, baby. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas, the end of the year, closing it all out. How is everybody doing today? It's your first time here or long time here, and know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. We're graced with some glorious weather over the weekend. Like we're 50s and that. Like even this morning, it's still like in the 40s. Last day, and then it gets cold again. But man, there is nothing better than being able to stand at a griddle and not in a parka in December. So I really do appreciate that. Now, the other thing I need to know is your 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? Now, I've got a list, 2 columns, half a page long, of things that need to get taken care of this week. So today, I feel like a broken record because we got DTF and UV-DTF. Thanks for the orders over the weekend. If you haven't placed those orders, there's still time. We've got HTV that needs to be weeded. Yeah, weeded's a word. We've got a couple stores to process to see what we actually need for those things. We've got shirts that need to be pressed, and I've got invoicing that needs to be done from weekend stuff. So those are my 5 things that need to be done today. What are your 5 things? And then today's topic of choice is Christmas cutoff. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they were asking me about it, and I'm looking at my calendar just so I can make sure that I'm right on things. When I thought things would be cut off when I'm doing it, and I said that a lot depends on the process and the product and what are you doing. If you've got stuff that's in stock, then you're going to sell right up until Christmas. Hey, when we had the retail location, we were open on Christmas Eve and people were shopping. So, there was that part of it. The custom side of it, how long does it take you to do something? Do you have everything in stock that you need to do? How long does it take you to ship something? So you need to look at it. I said, for most people, when you're looking at a Christmas cutoff, you're looking at, 13th, Friday the 13th, because that way it gives you, a little over, what's that, 11 days? 11 days to get things done and shipped out. So that's what we're looking at for it. But I got to ask you, what is your cutoff time? What makes you tick with that? Does that make sense? Yeah. How does that work for you? So let's check in and see how people are doing, and then we can talk about that. Barb, good morning to you. North Central Minnesota, 28, light snow, icing conditions, water in the cup, 5 things, invoicing, package order, organized 3D print tools. What are these 3D print tools you speak of? Because I'm going to talk 3D printing here in a little bit too. Create mock-ups and prep for the next job. Rena, good morning to you. Happy Monday. Rena, let's walk through this. Are you doing Long Beach and are you doing APA? Are you doing both? You only doing one? What are you doing? I was talking to somebody yesterday about meetups for Long Beach, and I said, well, hey, I know, Rock usually has their party on, traditionally it was the Saturday night because, their show was still going on Sunday. So I don't know if it's going to be Friday or Saturday this year. So they have that. And then I know a lot of the suppliers have ones, Bella, S&S, a few other ones. So I'm like, I don't know when you want to do a meetup because it just all depends on what's there. But are you going to be there? Are you? And Renee, good morning. 41 Chicagoland, water in the bottle, coffee in the cup, working on what my top 5 are of my endless list. All right. List every day. Hi, Barb and Rena. Tim, good morning to you from Toledo, Ohio. 49 out, and I think it's about the high. Mountain Dew and tinting some windows. Not a bad day for Tim. Corey's over there sneezing. At least that was a little quiet sneeze compared to our normal ones, if you know. Barb says hi, Rena and Renee, and hi, Tim from Barb, and hi, Renee and Barb from Rena. Jenny, good morning to you. 48 and cloudy out. Going to rain today. Water in the cup. Rena's got 47 there in SoCal. Up early on the second cup of coffee. Why are you up so early and on your second cup of coffee already? Now, is this considered 1 cup of coffee or 3 cups of coffee? How many cups of coffee is this considered? I don't know. I think it is 1. Hi, Gina. Hi, Gina. Hi, Jenny from Barb. Yes to both. All right. We will plan is of right now to be there, both of them. Our friend Kelly is moving her shop at the end of this month and says that she will be moved into the new place. What is that? Crystal Avenue Crystal Bridge, right around Crystal area, Crystal Beach, right around from the Crystal Pier there in San Diego. She's like 2 blocks off the beach, 2 blocks off the ocean. She said she'll be all planning there, which will be the first time that we go there and there's not some project entails of moving locations, helping with orders, doing something. So she goes, we're going to actually be able to enjoy this time. And I said, whatever, put us to work. So that's the plan, is to be out there. And once I get the dates nailed down, I will let everybody know. Rima, let me know if you know anyone looking for a roommate in Vegas. Are you headed, Renee? Are you going to go to Vegas? Are you? I'm pretty sure. They said we're looking at scheduling because of there's some things going on in February that was like when we thought flights really aren't, and so it's like, okay, for the cheap flight, yeah, it gave me like a 16-hour layover in Chicago. How does that make sense? I'll just drive home, right? Drive up there, drive back, and so that changes things. And we're debating. That one, I'm pretty sure that's on there. Corey's never been to Vegas. I said, it's a great show for education, so why not? And we'll play that one, but Long Beach for sure on it. And they said, bless you, Corey. Yeah, she sneezes crazy, right? So this weekend, what did we do? We got some, we got orders in, which is awesome. But when we started playing with the 3D printer, I will tell you this: bed leveling or tramming, because you're not really leveling the bed, you're doing whatever it is with it. That's a fun thing. The filament that came with the Ender 3 Pro, that sucked. It was just some white PLA in it, and it snapped as it was pulling in. I didn't catch it, and so it was like halfway through the test print. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, oh, it snapped. So let's try it again. And as I was pulling it, it snapped. So I said, screw this. That is not going to work. So ordered up. There was a sample pack of Sunblue on Amazon that I could order and have that morning. So boom, ordered that up, and finally got around to figuring out, okay, here's how a slicer works. So download some software to play with that. Brought in a thing because Corey took the girls last night to see Wicked, so her second time seeing it, and Hudson and I watched football and assembled. We yesterday during the day is when we assembled the 3D printer, and then last night we did a spiral cone, that goes inside of it. I was going to show it off, but I realized that Hattie took it to school with her, so looks like I got to print another one of them. So that was a good, fun learning experience with it. Just getting more understanding with it. The Bamboo Lab is on the horizon, but now I'm waiting to see if that HDU2, how that falls into line, because that looks like that's going to be considerably bigger. Is that going to adjust pricing on the other ones? That's supposed to be released next month. So kind of up in the air on which one to go with it. I think just go ahead and get the P1S now, and then another one comes and another one comes. So working on that. Renee says, I would love to go. I would prefer to split the cost with someone. There you go. Find a roommate. I put it on the group. See who else is going out there with it. I said, we plan on going. She's never been to Vegas. And I told her, I said, it's interesting because we got to look at the dates on stuff, because they said we didn't do Vegas-y stuff. I said we left. What did we leave property one time when we went around the corner to In-N-Out to get something to eat? Other than that, we didn't leave property. We were there for everything. That's where we ate at. That's where we stayed at. So we didn't leave. And so it's like, okay, she's never been. What other things do you want to see and do? What can we squeeze in here in a day and go have some fun doing? So we're still in it. It does look pretty sweet for their education. That is true. APA, that is one thing that they really have for them, is the education is top notch with it. There's some stuff just like everything else where you're going to only take as much from it as you get into it. There's other ones you're going to take that you think you need the information, then you get in the relation more than what the person's putting on. The one thing I love about the education is the little the little notes that they have to give you at the beginning. where they can't talk pricing because then that's price fixing. Throws me off every time because we all do it, right? We all do. Hey, what would you charge for this? Technically, that's price fixing, so you can't. So it's that reminder of it there. So it'll be a good show, a good time, and as it is right now, we're looking to be there. Tools. So this is the 3D tools that Barb was talking about. Dremel, Allen hex screwdrivers, diverting tools. What's that? What's the diverting? Plier set, sandpaper, needles for nozzle, hobby torch, microfiber cloth, glue sticks. Look at that. There's this like I should ask that question. What is in your toolbox for 3D printing? I want to put that in there. We'll put it in there. I'm gonna write that down. What is in your toolbox? What is in your toolbox for 3D printing? 3D printing. I'm gonna ask that question. We'll put it out there. This is check roommates. I got my room for $12 a night, but there's also check room rates for $12 a night. But there's also was that staying at that same hotel? And where did you find? Because I looked and there's some ridiculous prices, but then the resort fee, what was it, like $30 a night or something? I don't remember. Look, 12. Yes. Which hotel? Horseshoe. Yep, Horseshoe. Hey, Janessa. There you go. Janessa can go out to Vegas. There you go. Need to hurry up with the old school Vegas limo. That's your department. You're the limo. You're the jet flying limousine riding whatever the hell else Ric Flair says. That's what you are. Woo! Rena is that. Rena will take, yeah. Well, would you bring her back if I send her in the limo for you? Will she come back? That's something I need to know. Janessa's got a 44 heat wave there in northern Chicagoland. Coffee in the mug, electrolyte water in the cup. I just got coffee in the mug. So as we look forward this week, because we have stores, and this is the reason it came up on your Christmas cutoff times, because we have stores that are closing this week because we said, hey, if we want to get stuff in hands before Christmas, the 23rd being the last cutoff for it, where is it for us? Well, for us, we have stores closing yesterday and throughout this week, with the last one closing next Monday. So it gives us time to get those done and out before then, because the local ones, they're not shipping, so we don't have to worry about anything with that. Like we had a store that's closed yesterday. We have another one that's closing. Looking at it, we have one closing tomorrow, Wednesday, and Friday. I think that's right. I have to go back and look at Chipley and see what it is. So we know here's what each one of these are. What are we going to do with it? And then we know that it's just going to be, a week of nonstop. Just go. Stage orders, get orders pressed, get them out of here, and go from there. So that way we can have everything in hand, ready to go for people. So this week pressing, next week pressing, and then before we know it, Christmas is here. And then you've got that week. Christmas is on that Wednesday. So for that, right? Christmas on Wednesday, Christmas Eve on Tuesday. What are you working for Christmas? I know a lot of people take those weeks off there. DTF will still be printing, no problem. We're going to keep pushing on working for stores for January. As soon as Christmas is over, we'll switch over to Valentine's Day and start working on that. And then for us, as we look forward into 25, changes will be made. We know that the group name is going to change. The page name is going to change. The name of the show is going to change. That's all happening in January. Also, a new page is going to go up, or a new group is going to go up just for the Ready to Press DTF transfer side of things. So that way, that's separate from the business side of things. And then really just focusing on the schedule for content creation, putting out there what we need. And a lot of it is going to come down to you guys. Hey, what types of projects are you seeing? What types of things do you want to see us do? What we're going to ask all those questions, because we need to create content for the S1, the F1, 3D printer, white toner, and then our normal, DTF, UV-DTF, especially HTV, things like that. So we're going to really buckle down and start scheduling out content. And there might be weeks where, we just have days of filming, and then we're just putting them in the can, right? You know what they say? Putting them in the can. And so that way they're ready to go for the next, couple of weeks of stuff. Because a lot of times, especially like in sublimation, there's not a whole lot to it. So if we're able to place, let's do something like bookmarks, right? Or ornaments. Ornaments would have been a good one here because we can show different style ornaments, and a lot of it is that artwork here. Here's how we design this. Here's how we do it. There, it can be a quick hitter of 6-8 minute video showing the process. We're doing just a couple of those, dumping them in there, and then now here it is, showing 4 or 5 different things, and we were able to get it done in a day. So loading up on that side of it, showing uses of different things. With UV-DTF, there's so many different things with it. I was talking to somebody that they placed their order after we kind of explained how to do it for glass blocks. And so they're going to use UV-DTF on that and give that dimensional look. They also are a laser engraver, and so they do awards, and so now they're color on top. So there's a lot of potential of things for us to show and do, and we can showcase more of our affiliates with that, so that way we can hey, every little penny counts. Every little penny counts. So that's what the goal is, to push a lot there with it. What do we got here? She does have all the connections in Vegas. She probably could tell us where to bury somebody out there. Jerry, good morning to you. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Janessa. Hi, Renee. Jerry, you can always go back and watch, or you can just ask, in the mentorship call that is starting in 41 minutes. Barb says, I have family arriving on the 19th. Shop closes the 18th until after the New Year's. Orders finishing this week and part of next week. Orders then scheduled to start on January 2nd for 25. And that's looking at it. There's a lot that's with us. I know we won't print on the 24th and 25th. We'll take those days off from printing for DTF, UV-DTF. And then we'll pick back right up into it 26th, 27th, the following week, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Go back and forth on those. New Year's Day for sure, not printing, but being able to push through those other things. Yep, we'll continue to do it and just keep putting things out there for it. And like I said, a lot on our stores front is going to be going right into spring sports, right into spring. What's that other things for spring? Easter. Valentine's Day is before Easter. Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter. That's how it rolls. So we're going to be putting together a content, whatever that is, a content creator, a content calendar of kind of, here's the stuff that's going on each month, because we've got on the content creation side of it. If I want to sell stuff, right? So if looking at things, if I want to sell this bracelet, right? If I want to sell this bracelet, and this is a Christmas themed bracelet, and I'm going to talk about it, doing it, and I'm selling it to you guys, it does me no good to do that in December because you guys are already using it. So I need to be at least a month ahead on content creation leading up to that if I'm pushing it to you to use in your business. Now, if I'm just doing things to show off, where, hey, we're going to show, how to use this tape with sublimation, then I can do that day of. We can be working on Christmas stuff all of January and have different videos for it. So we've got, the two sides that we need to really work on, the content side of it. And then the mixed media side of it, are there projects that we can create to show how this is done versus how this is done? And then there's the universal ones that we can do multiple times throughout a year. Anything, that is, commemorative. Yeah, commemorative, celebrational. Yeah, that's we're going to use those words. We can get away with using those in Valentine's Day. We can get away with using those for anniversaries. We can get away with using those for wedding gifts. We can use those for Christmas gifts. So there's a lot of things that can be used multiple times throughout the year. So we're going to, showcase some of those things too. That'll just be, randos that you can use throughout it. So really push into it. We're not going to take much time off because we're really going to buckle down on looking at 25 and the things that need to change and the things that need to happen for there. So while the business may start slowing down here, the back end is picking up. So front end, if it's slowing down, back end is picking up. Scheduling out more things for the different products with different groups, taking the time to plan things and get better at it. Looking at how we can set up better for recordings, how we can set up better for creating that content. And we're gonna do a lot of it with things that we currently already have. One of the people that I was talking with on, different cameras and things like that, they're like, oh, yeah, we got a cheap camera when we started, actually making content and making the videos, and the camera that they got was like $1,200. I'm like, that is not a cheap camera to me. And that's where, you know, value is what it is. Cheap is in the eye of the cheapest, right? Where $1,200 for a camera, I'm down with like $300 to $400, maybe, possibly. But just for a static camera, I've got an iPhone, and you can do a lot with that. So having multiples of those, why wouldn't I want to go out there? It is just, the part of it isn't so bad, but yeah, we can do a lot with that. And hi, Jerry from Barb and Morning Barb. And Jerry said she's taking time off around Christmas. And Jerry says this content creation stuff is time consuming. Yeah. For, a 10-minute video, it could be 10 hours of filming, right? Filming, editing, there's a lot that goes into it that we don't realize. That's why lives, I don't have a problem rocking out a live. And going forward, we'll still have the lives. We're still shooting for Monday, Wednesday, Friday on those. There will be a name change on that. We're shooting for at least a weekly regular standalone video, produced one. We haven't decided on a Tuesday with Todd type video because if we're already going live the 3 times, does that fall into place there? Or is that more of, here's the videos we're making for the week, and now this one is more of we're creating content for it. So there's a lot of pieces that need to fall into it. And then, how often do we go into it? So, is it all laser, and then it's all DTF, and then all HTV, and all sublimation? Or does it go back and forth? Some of the things that we want to do, when it comes to the laser side of things, they take a while to do. To do a full wrap, a full wrap tumbler, like, like this guy, it takes an hour. So just to have that going, building up the other social media side of the things, which, who knows what's going to happen with TikTok? Sure, it may go away, but as long as you have the app, you'll still have it. So getting to where we need to, where we can just stream that, throw a camera and the laser, and if that's going for an hour, then that's just, garnering the watch time for it. So looking at different ways to do that. That I think on the lives, we'll get back to, kind of here's a project-based thing. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to show how to do it, and then go from there with it. So I think that's it. But at the end of the day, it's all about you guys. What do you guys want to see? What can we do to help you more? What do you want to see from us? How can we do it better? This year, I let a lot of things kind of die and fall off the table, and because they just there's a lot going on. There's been a lot going on, behind the scenes, personally, business, and so some things have just fallen to the side, and we need to get back into it. We're reviving the group, reviving the lives. I should be out of Facebook jail next Monday. Next Monday, I should be out of Facebook jail, and to see, when you're used to getting millions of impressions a month, and now you're not. Yeah, it definitely hurts on the back side of things. So we'll be pushing more to get back into that. Let's see. And geez, 3D terminology. What the heck is ironing with a nozzle flow of 25? But Barb, I have no clue. I am learning. Last night I was able to, make something, and we had fun doing it. And then as we were going through it, it was like, oh, one of the things that we saw was some chip clips on a ring, and Hudson's like, we need those because we have the stuff for the big bags, but the other ones, I'm like, okay, add that to the list of things and content creation. Let's see. Can you show that tumbler again? Which one? I got 2 here. I think I got 2 here. I've got this one and this one. Okay, so we got that one. So there's the sea turtles. Sea turtle, sea turtle, sea turtle. There's that one. Full wrap. Stainless steel, Stanley. Holographic JPPlus. You can find these from JPPlus. Link is actually in the description of this one. Use the code and you will save on that. So that's how those ones came out. And maybe I can set it right there and it won't fall. Yeah. And then Highland Cow. There's that one. Full wrap. That's what we got for it. And one of the things that we ran into, and I think I've got it figured out, I've got to grab some more samples for it, is we run into a power band issue right there. You see that? And so we're trying to fix that. But there's that for it. Not bad for testing some things out, right? We'll put it on there. So JPPlus, you can find those at S1. That's all. But an hour. What's an hour? Did I say an hour? What? An hour. An hour a minute for content creation? Yeah. Fat, fluffy, huge snowflakes coming down outside. I hope it snows all day. Barb loves Minnesota and the snow. Todd does not. I like it on Christmas Day. I like it the day it snows. I don't like it afterwards when it turns into a slushy mess just everywhere. I don't like that. Love that. Adding it to my list. Yeah, go there. Make sure to use the codes. Use that stuff. In fact, I will go ahead and I'll put the direct link in here because I know I have it handy because I just put it out there. And JPPlus, there it is. All right, let's see. I can just copy and paste this in here. 165 T2S will be in the comments down here for that one. There's that. Oh yeah, an hour for it. Yeah, an hour for that. What one are you running on a full wrap 40 ounce? What is it taking you there, Rena, on a standard CO laser? Because that's what you have on the diode. On the diode, blue diode, 40 watt, an hour. You're just at an hour for it. So yeah, it's they're time consuming AF. And so when you go through, it's like, oh, what are you selling these for? 45, 55, 65. Good thing is you can do other stuff, but if you screw one up and it doesn't seam right here, at the back or on your seam there, where's the seam? Doesn't seam right there and you have a space that's off on that, yeah, then you just wasted an hour. When I was talking with somebody on pricing on these, and they said they're at 55 for their fully wrapped cups, and they're using X tool as well. And they said, I look at it this way, is that their goal is to have $400 a day in sales. And so they said, if I do $400 a day and I do that 5 days a week, and that's $2,000 in sales. So 2,000, like I'm at 100,000 for that. I'm like, okay, cool. And I said, so if you were just doing cups, they said I can do 8 cups a day. And they're like, so that gets me my number where I need to be. And if I need to, then I will up, I can always, whatever the hell the word is I'm looking for. I completely lost me. When you upgrade to a faster laser, things like that. And so I look at, for the hour that you do that, how many ornaments can you get done in that time that are in the $15 to $20 range, even the $12 range, 4 ornaments done in that time. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that you're able to do. So it depends on what you're trying to do. It is an interesting thing out there of what you're seeing for it. 40 ounce with handle. There it is. Do the handles come off? Yes. Right here. Screws come off. And see, like this is content creation on it, where you're showing on this how we lined it up. So that way, we're pretty damn close right there. Pretty damn close on the design and things on there. So but the tracking, how we set this up, how we pull it off, because you'll undo these screws, and then there's the tabs, and you'll bend them, and you'll be able to work with it. But yeah. Look and see what they're going for. I've seen some people are selling way less, and I'm like, there's no goddamn way they'd sell them that way. But 55, 65, yeah. So when you're looking at how many can we do and put out there, I look at it as how much content creation can I cook with that? Could I go live for an hour, show that off while that's going, talk about it, make some sales on the affiliate side of things so people are able to get it, and then give one away at the end of it? Not too bad at all. And yes, Jerry answered for me. All right, it's after 9. We've got our mentorship call starting in 28 minutes. So I'm going to get over there and get that set up. I'm going to get the rest of my stuff in print queues. So that's ready to go in this next half hour and be able to move on to the next thing. So we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So make sure to turn in and join us. Sharing's caring. hit that like button. Everybody, go hit that like button now. Hit it. Leave a comment. Leave comments afterwards. Watch this. If you're on replay, team replay, put that in the comments. So until next time, everybody has an amazing day. We'll see you Wednesday. Peace, love, press on. We'll see you then.